Hi everybody, welcome back to another Landlord Lowdown, and today, again, continuing the theme of the rental reform bill. If we get any updates, obviously we'll news flash this to you, but one of the things that was in there, and we regularly do this, many of you will have spoken to Michelle. She is sort of in charge of tenancy renewals, rent reviews and so on. Is the removal, within the Reform Act, what they're looking to do is remove that sort of, I suppose, guarantee that as a landlord you can put the property up or the rent up by X amount. Well, we've never done that anyway. We've never had it within the tenancies that yes, it's going to go up by. I've heard agents do use that, so that will be removed. And also at the same token, and this is why I love working with you all, is you're all respectful of the fact the tenant needs to live there and pay the bills. Now, what I mean by that is none of you are pushing the rents above the market rates. Quite often we'll have conversations with landlords and you'll sort of say, look, can you guide me? What should I get? And what the first thing we always look at is how long the tenant has been there, what are they paying now, what did it go up by last year, for example, what was the review last year, and what is the market rate today? Now, I am finding that most landlords that we work with respect the tenants that have been there long term, which is great, and that's what we want, a long-term relationship between both parties, and don't generally push it up to the market rent. It keeps it close. You might be 50, 75 pounds off, because as you well know, if you push it too far, you upset your tenant, the tenant vacates, you get a void period, you get the costs, you get a new tenant in who you don't have that relationship with. So sometimes the majority of our landlords will keep it just a little bit under to ensure that the tenant is happy and stays in the property. But within the Reform Act, what they're stopping or what they're looking to stop happen, again, this hasn't been rubber stamped or signed off, but what they're looking to do is remove the element of landlords just if the rent's £1,200 and they don't want the tenant in there because section 21's gone, is whacking the rent up to £2,000 a month when the market rate's only £1,300, if that makes sense. So it removes that we're going to drive the tenant out by making it unaffordable. Now, my understanding is the tenants have the right through the Fair Rent Tribunal to question a rent anyway. So I'm not quite sure why they're adding this element in there, because from my side, when you serve a section 13 notice which increases the rent, there is the option in there, and it has to, within the terms, conditions and the guidelines, allow a tenant to question if a rent has gone up too much. So yeah, bit of a non-starter really from our side, but I think like us and like all of the landlords that we work with, and thank you very much indeed, we will play fair. Join me next week. See what else we're going to talk about within the Landlord Lowdown. But as always, if you have any questions, just drop me a message or give me a call. Take care.